The Sea Peoples, the civilization killers. Imagine living in one of the greatest civilizations the world had ever seen. Massive cities filled with merchants and craftsmen. Powerful kingdoms connected by trade routes stretching across continents. Advanced armies protected wealthy empires. For centuries, the ancient world seemed unstoppable. Then, almost overnight, everything collapsed. Entire cities were burned to the ground. Trade routes disappeared. Kingdoms that had existed for hundreds of years vanished forever. And behind much of this destruction stood a mysterious group known today as the Sea Peoples. Who were they? Where did they come from? And how did they help bring down some of the most powerful civilizations on Earth? To this day, historians are still searching for answers. Our story begins around 1200 BC. At the time, the Mediterranean world was thriving. The Egyptians were powerful. The Hittite Empire controlled vast territories. The Mycenaean Greeks ruled from magnificent palaces. Merchants sailed across the sea carrying gold, copper, tin, ivory, and luxury goods. The ancient world was more connected than ever before. But beneath the surface, cracks were already beginning to appear. Droughts affected agriculture. Food shortages became more common. Political instability weakened governments. Some historians believe climate change may have played a major role in what happened next. As resources became scarce, entire populations may have been forced to move in search of survival. Then the attacks began. Ancient records describe terrifying groups arriving from the sea. They came in ships. They brought warriors, families, and entire communities. Unlike ordinary raiders, these people appeared to be migrating while fighting. Wherever they went, destruction followed. Cities burned. Kingdoms fell. Trade networks collapsed. The ancient world entered one of the greatest crises in history. One of the civilizations that suffered the most was the Hittite Empire. At its peak, the Hittites were among the strongest powers in the world. Their armies defeated rivals across Anatolia and beyond. Their capital city was enormous. Yet within a relatively short period, the empire disappeared. Its cities were abandoned. Its government collapsed. Its people scattered. For centuries, the Hittites were forgotten by history. Many historians believe the Sea Peoples played a significant role in their downfall. But the destruction did not stop there. Across the eastern Mediterranean, city after city was attacked. Archaeologists have discovered evidence of fires, warfare, and sudden abandonment in numerous locations. Entire regions entered a period of chaos. Trade between kingdoms nearly stopped. The international system that had connected civilizations for centuries began to unravel. Then came Egypt. One of the most famous accounts of the Sea Peoples comes from the reign of Pharaoh Ramesses III. According to Egyptian inscriptions, massive forces approached Egypt by both land and sea. The threat was unlike anything the Egyptians had faced before. Ramesses knew that if Egypt fell, his civilization might share the same fate as many others. The Egyptians prepared carefully. Archers were positioned along strategic locations. Warships waited to intercept enemy vessels. As the invading forces advanced, one of the most important battles of the ancient world began. The Egyptian reliefs show ships colliding in violent combat. Arrows filled the air. Warriors fought hand-to-hand. The battle was fierce. But unlike many neighboring civilizations, Egypt survived. Ramesses III claimed a great victory. His inscriptions describe the defeat of the invaders and the protection of Egypt. Because of these records, we know more about the Sea Peoples than we otherwise would. Yet their true identity remains one of history's greatest mysteries. Some historians believe they came from the Aegean region. Others think they were made up of multiple groups from different parts of the Mediterranean. Some may have been refugees fleeing famine and war. Others may have been experienced warriors searching for new lands. The truth is that nobody knows for certain, and that uncertainty only makes the story more fascinating. What is clear is that the period around 1200 BC changed the world forever. The Bronze Age, one of humanity's most important eras, came to an end. Many advanced civilizations disappeared. Writing systems were lost. Population declined in some regions. Knowledge accumulated over centuries vanished. Historians call this event the Bronze Age collapse. And the Sea Peoples remain one of its most mysterious symbols. Were they ruthless invaders? Desperate refugees? A coalition of migrating tribes? Or something else entirely? More than 3,000 years later, the mystery is still unsolved. Archaeologists continue searching for evidence. Researchers continue debating theories. And the Sea Peoples continue to captivate anyone interested in ancient history. Because sometimes, the greatest stories are the ones that still have no answer. The Sea Peoples appeared suddenly. They changed the course of history. And then, just as mysteriously, they disappeared.